Oh, it just happened! Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to our Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure Series, Week 2 of February. Things are going swell. I think we've done quite some good work. Quite some good work for, what, 6 weeks behind us now? We've got an entire island over there full of nothing but pale oak. We've got villagers trading at a massive discount. We have got a farm. We have got animals crammed into tiny little 1x1 spaces, producing all manner of goods with which we can construct our roof in order to prevent mob spawning. That's why we did all of that. In case you'd forgotten, we just needed wool, and I couldn't be bothered shearing sheep, and this is where we are. We've turned into monsters. For what? To prevent monsters. Irony. That's what that is. Today, we are going to continue our farming escapades, though. We're going to be moving sugarcane from the beach, which is, definitely, it works. You know, we go down there, we break the sugarcane, it's fine. We're going to be moving it, though, instead to our basement and building an automated system for it. I've looked it up. Apparently that stuff can grow in the dark with no light levels needed. It does not need direct access to the sun for any purpose, so we can just do it underground and not have to worry about it. Now, I did think about setting this up over here where we would need it, because this is where I tend to make a bunch of paper and trade it. But ultimately, I figured, you know what? This is a basement project. This is the kind of project you keep hidden underground. Eventually, the basement's also going to extend into the mines, and we won't have this anymore. I've been saying that since January. Who knows? Maybe come April, we'll actually go ahead and fix it. It might be done by the end of the month. I don't know. But I was coming down here, and I was like, okay, if this is the level where we do all of our enchanting and brewing, and I guess storage, then this is the level where we'll do our automation. So we're basically going to punch this wall out and push it back. And then the video just slows down, right? Like we had all that energy at the start, and now it's just me very slowly mining. Don't worry, this won't take long. Not at all for you. It's going to be just like we're going to do like a clock wipe and it'll be done. And there you have it. Like I said, should just be a clock wipe away for you. But as you can see, this is the new third floor, third tier. I mean, depending on how you count them, I guess it's really like first floor and then basement 2. Or, I mean, I guess you could start down here all the way at the bottom, and that's the first floor, but that's not how we do it. If you're wondering about this side, this is as far as we could go before we came out the side of the mountain, which we definitely wanted to avoid. But this is, we only did kind of like a 1 wide because we're using the same width as the house. So where we're standing at right now, if we went up to the house, this would be the front door. That's how, or maybe right here actually, that's how lined up this whole structure is, which is great, I think. I think that's a wonderful touch, but we can punch that way further if we need to. But I think this is going to be plenty of room to go ahead and get started with this project. We will need basically 3 things, as well as some other things, but like the 3 things we've not built yet, one of which is mud. Because mud, you can actually plant reeds in, and the reeds will fall through the mud into a hopper, which you can't do with dirt, because for some reason mud is not a full block, which is an interesting fact. This couldn't help me here, like trying to figure out how to make it here, so I just looked it up, and apparently you can either go collect mud from the mangrove biome, where we've been before, or you can just right-click with the water bottle on dirt. I don't know if that works, I haven't tried it yet. It could be like a Bedrock versus Java thing, but apparently that'll work. Pistons, we've built those before. Not in this series, obviously. We might even have one. I think we probably collected one at some point. And then an observer. I didn't know these are in the game. I like that they have little Thomas the Tank Engine faces on them, like they're actually watching what's happening. It looks like a grumpy freight car who's going to cause mischief, confusion, and delay. But then that's just nether quartz, which we have, and redstone, which we have. And you can make this as big or as small as you want it. We're just going to make like a 1x. And we'll kind of see how we like it there. But, I mean, again, we're getting stuck in that situation where stuff's spread around to different places. Oh, my inventory's a mess, too. I'm gonna go feed all of this wheat to these sheep, and then I'll tidy up the inventory, and we'll continue from there. I think I just heard a chicken die, which I think means we might actually have our first ever... Oh, there's some chicken in here. There's some feathers in here. Finally! We gotta do something with all those eggs, though. It's gonna become a problem. Somehow some chickens have breached containment here, which is a problem, but not one we're gonna deal with. We might as well go ahead and make the materials we need to make a load of these. Maybe, I mean, I said we'll start with a by 1, and we will start with a by 1. But possibly we go ahead and make, like, 5 observers, 6 observers, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, I could just keep raising the number. We'll do 6 pistons as well to match. And then the mud, like I said, I'm pretty sure I know what to do there, but we're going to need some glass so that we can make some more. And we need more bottles anyway, because we got to have bottles to make potions, which is my new favorite activity, despite the fact I've yet to use a single potion on myself, and I've only used them to make people ill. But then I guess we need dirt blocks, and we'll probably need some glass too, because I want to see inside of this thing as it's operating. But dirt's going to be inside of here. And then apparently all we do is... Yep, it's that simple. It really is that simple to make mud. And then I don't know what we want to collect it with. Probably a shovel. And it does stay as mud, and apparently we've never picked it up before, but I don't know if I believe that. I feel like I've looked at mud before. I guess I haven't picked it up because it's not in any of the chests I would expect it to be in. We will need more of it moving forward, but if we just want to set this thing up... Now, I'm trying to do this from memory, because I've seen a few different videos of people building basically this exact same construction. Now, when we followed iCraft MC's guide for building the XP farm in the basement, I explicitly called out iCraft MC because I was following their video as a guide. The reason I didn't do so for things like the monster, or sorry, for the animal farm and this, is because there is no one source, okay? I looked up how, after seeing a short of how to do this, I just looked up a guide, and there's hundreds of them, and they're all identical. So I'm like, well, who do I give credit to here? This seems to just be like a... Much like having 2 blocks of water can allow you to have an infinite water source, it's just like a known property in Minecraft. I feel like this is probably one of those, but it's news to me, right? Because I've never done this before. And now I'm going to try to do it from memory based on watching several different sources kind of provide a generalized guide. How is that going to go? We'll see. Will I actually remember how to do it? I don't know. That goes there, and then that goes there. That'll leave 1, 2, 3, which I think is actually the minimum. Oh, but the mud goes on top, so it'll only be able to go... Okay, so this is going to have to be, like, sunk into the floor slightly, which is inconvenient. Hopper, and then chest, and then mud block, where the reed is going to be planted. And then, actually, I think it needs to come forward one more, because we got to have space around back. I'm going to do it such that the reeds themselves, or the sugar cane, I know I keep calling them reeds, but you know what I'm saying. It's going to be centered in the middle of this sort of alcove space here. You know what? This might actually be the time for chiseled deep slate to shine, because we got to have water, right, behind it for these mud blocks. So we'll go ahead and create an infinite source right here that we can pull from in the future. That's going to be where the water goes. And then the piston is going to go 1 tier above that. Piston goes here. No, yes, it does. Yeah, because you don't want to break the bottom one. You got to keep the... That's not where it goes. It actually goes it's going to go here. You want to keep this reed intact and only break the top 2. Does this work? Oh my gosh. Yes, it does. Okay, well now we know. The observer is going to go on top of it. Like that, except I want the face going the other direction. Yeah, that's the observation face. So the observation face goes there, like that. We're making a whole horrible... That's not what we wanted to have happen. There we go. Okay, and then I think we want to have this, and then some redstone. So this goes here, and the redstone goes here. And when stuff happens, that should activate, except it isn't. Hello? Maybe it activates the block itself. How does the observer work? Am I doing this right? What is it observing? It's not outputting anything. It should be outputting a signal. I kind of assumed that the redstone needed to come out of the observer like that? That doesn't seem to work either, though. I mean, it's definitely connected to it. You can see that. What if I put a block there? Oh, yeah. That worked. Oh, yeah. Okay. It just doesn't observe me. That's fair. So I actually don't think we need all these other blocks. I think that actually, that ought to work just fine. Yes, it does. So observer, piston, chiseled deep slate. I mean, it doesn't have to be chiseled deep slate, but with a piece of redstone on top. So we're going to cap it all off like that. We could encapsulate the whole thing if we wanted to. And we are just going to have this weird little area back here that we now can't reach, but that's okay. Let's plant some reeds. Let's see if it works. Oh, you know what? We can't collect any with this inventory. It keeps getting out of control. I just don't need a bow and arrow and a fishing pole today. I also don't need this, but there's no, I'm out of room now in my chest. You know what? Temporarily, we're going to do some overflow in here. I'll need that in a minute. How confident am I in what we're doing right now? I'll tell you how confident I am. I'm about to tear this whole system down here that I've been working for. Working towards, working to build up, doesn't matter. It's all coming down. Because this is going to be the last time we manually harvest this stuff. We're done. We're automated now, baby. No more thinking about it. It's the Industrial Revolution. Everything's moving towards automation, assembly lines. It's beautiful. You don't have to deal with people anymore. No employees whining about, oh, my feet hurt. I haven't had a break. I haven't seen my child in 6 weeks. Like, wah, wah, wah. Gotta make money to make money. You know what I'm saying? That made no sense. Don't overanalyze what I just said. Alrighty then. So, the way that this ought to work is we plop that on there. And then, you know, to simulate, boom. And now we've got to build a wall in front of it so that it doesn't just drop it all on the ground. We can make this look better in the future, but for now, what I'm thinking we'll do is we'll add one more of these on here, like so. Boy, it's getting dark. And then the front of it will be glass. And that should steer it all down, and then where are all of my torches? I don't have that many on me to begin with. I say where's all of them as though there's going to be many. But eventually, I mean, we're just going to wait. We're going to wait for it. I got to figure out what to do down there. Can I make these into stairs? I mean, I'm sure I can get back down. It's going to take a while. The likelihood I'm going to stand there... Oh, you can't do these... Maybe they got to go... I don't even know why I was doing it in there to begin with. Because if they can't be made into stairs, I'd want to do it in here. You can't do nothing with these. There is no chiseled deep slate stairs. No slabs either, now that I think about it. I don't know why I'm... I don't know why I'm on this floor. I don't know why I'm using them. I don't even like the look of them. These weird shulker box looking things. But... I don't know, it just felt like this wall should be different somehow, and I'm starting to regret that decision. I'm thinking we'll probably revert back to using the bricks, because at least the bricks have stairs. The reason the stairs are important is because we want to be able to have something above that chest that we can still open the chest with. We can also just replace the chest with barrels. It doesn't need to be a chest. You just have a solid barrel there, and that would be fine. But I am going to now begin the process of replacing all of this with bricks. This was a mistake, and I don't know what prompted it. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen really quickly, and it's going to frighten me, right? Because I'm going to kind of not be thinking about it when it occurs. Be so wrapped up in working on what I'm doing here with the bricks. It's going to pop on, and I'm going to be like, whoa! I think this looks better already. Yeah, this does look better already. Kind of hate that I didn't just try to get it flusher with the wall, or stick it all deeper in the wall. So we would have more room on this floor, right? Like if I had inset all of this in the wall back here, just had it sunk in, then we'd have this whole big gap here. But then what are we going to do with that whole big gap? Put other things? I don't think so. I do like open spaces, though, in my Minecraft. This is going to take a while. I'm going to go ahead and say that maybe we missed the first one, but I'm going to start working on expanding them. It will happen. It'll happen eventually, and we'll be here for it. Just not during the first one. Possibly. We could put one here as well. We could have this entire wall be these things if we wanted to. Now, the one issue here that I'm now seeing is that this might cause one of these to activate all three of these, but that's not really a big issue that needs to be solved. It's not a problem necessarily. It's just something to keep in mind, I guess, moving forward. I need more. I need to make more. I need more mud. At least 3 more mud. Or if we do decide to go all the way to the edges, we can do that as well, but that requires making 1 more piston and observer, which is not an issue. It's a very doable thing that we can just do at any time. Are going to need more glass, for sure. 1 more observer. Darn it, I forgot to get enough cobblestone for pistons. Oh, wait, now, how did I end up making 2 extra pistons? It doesn't matter. Okay, we're gonna have an extra piston. That's not that big a deal. It's not the end of the world. We also need to go get more water. No, we don't. We have water right here that I forgot about. It's right here. Dirt. And then water. Gets us our mud. Oh! It worked! It worked! I was in the middle of messing it all up, but it did work. I think one of them ended up in my inventory. Hold on just a second. Let's have a look here. They all went off. Of course they did. Yeah, of course they did. Even though only one of them was triggered, they're all going to go off. There we go! There we go! Look at us go! We built the thing in the Minecraft we did! Okay, we got to have like an access to the back there. What I was thinking is it would be cool if the door was here. And it went all the way around to the back. So it's like secret under the stairs door. But how far do I need to go? 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we should be able to swing around and come out right behind the thing. Yeah, there we go. What? What is this? Hold on. No, wait. I've been here before? Of course! Of course this would eventually hook up. That makes perfect sense. I was so perplexed and bewildered, but it makes perfect sense. That's amazing. That is amazing. I was going to put my torch there, but I guess now we'll put the torches to either side here, and maybe we'll even... We've been talking about having access from inside of the house to the mines for years, and this is not what I had in mind. But maybe we make this work for us. Maybe we just go ahead and make this work. This is funny. I'm just back here to place down the observers right now, but in the future, well, I know what we can do here. We'll deal with having a door and everything there later. For right now, let me finish the front. I forgot. Glad I didn't put the glass all the way across yet, because I actually have to be on this side to place the piston down. For the sake of some consistency with the other side of the room... I'm gonna do a little thing here. I'm gonna do a little thing. It'll make sense in a second. Like, you know how this side, it has this little feature here, where it's the one block in the middle? Well, this side's gonna have that too now, and you'll be able to see it through the glass. Is this as good as if we had done what I was thinking about doing before, and we just moved it back one? No. And it still kind of bothers me, because I would prefer if it was moved back one, because then you would have this exact by 3 gap. But maybe that's one of those little things that I need to let go of, and I need to stop obsessing over and worrying about, maybe? Or maybe I need to redo the whole thing and move it back, like, right now? Like, we just, like, obviously I'm putting down what is left of the pieces to finalize it. But then maybe also I ought to break it? And move it all back one? I'm not going to, but imagine if I did. Just kind of positioning myself. There we go. Kind of like right here, maybe. And now we watch, and we wait. We're actually going to sit here and wait until the thing activates, because I want to see it happen. Apparently, it takes about 18 minutes for these to break. And I'm thinking that maybe I don't have it in me to sit here and wait. What goes into a lamp? I like these copper bulbs. How do you build these? Block of copper. Simple enough. Bit of blaze rod. Bit of redstone. Let's go build some. Heaven knows we're not doing anything else with all this raw copper, or all this cooked copper for that matter. I've decided that if we're going to do this, we need to go ahead and also cook up some of the some of the raw, because we've got so much of it. Bulb. Let's see. Get the blocks, and then get the... I say get the... bulb? There we go. Well, like, that works. Copper bulb! Ridiculous. Alright. How does this work? Does it need to be turned on and off? Is it on by default? Does it have redstone integration? How to copper bulb? It definitely appears to be off. Probably need to supply it with a signal. Something simple ought to do it, right? Like, what if we just made a redstone torch and did that? That seems like it ought to work. That's not sticks. That's not wood. I wasn't even trying to say sticks. I'm confused. Did they change the texture for redstone torches? They did, and it's horrible. That looks ridiculous. Why has it got such a big block around it? It doesn't matter. Those look cool. I like them. We're going to use those in there instead. Got to dig our way in here. And then we will break that. Please come over here. So plop that behind here, and then fill all of the rest of that back in with some cobblestone. There we go. That looks good. Is that brighter as well, maybe? I mean, it doesn't need any particular light level, keep in mind, according to what we read on the internet. Which, you know, I can't imagine someone would just go on the internet and make things up just to lie. Oh, it just happened! It just happened, everyone! Oh, I see. That one there went into this chest. That's fine. That one got none. That one's got 2. That one's got 2. That one's got 1. So, it must have been one of these 2 that grew all the way up. Because it looks like this one got this one's. Yeah, so it must have been this one. Beautiful. Oh, that's great. That is fantastic, what we've just witnessed here today. That is beautiful. That warms my heart so much, I've got to say. We could have also used lovers back there and not wasted redstone. I do know that. I understand that, but it was already in my inventory. I didn't have to go get... I mean, so was cobblestone, and so was sticks. So lovers, we could have just as easily done lovers. I don't know what... I have no explanation as to why I decided to go with redstone torches. I'm very upset about the texture now, and I wouldn't have known to be upset about that otherwise, so there you go. Cool. So as long as I'm around here, you know, that ought to keep happening. That ought to just grow and work by itself, which means that, yeah, we're going to be able to make a bunch of money. Look at him. So brazenly just hanging out around here, as if taunting me. Be gone from my shores, ye beastie! We do not allow ye kind here unless we have use of you. I just realized that we're still playing on hard mode. Should we lock it in? That's the discussion point for February. We're on hard. Should we lock it in at hard mode and never change it? Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. I don't feel like the game's been particularly tough. Every time we've died, it hasn't been because the game was hard. It's been because I'm not paying enough attention or I make a bad choice, right? It's never been the difficulty that's gotten us. So, if you think that now is the time to leave it on hard mode, let me know. So you're mastered out. We don't need to do that with you anymore. Let's see, you know, if we can't. This is the reason we need the paper. Because even after they're, like, maxed out, this is still an easy way to get a bunch of, first off, XP. I mean, we're not getting a bunch of XP. But it's a way to get emeralds. And we enjoy getting emeralds. Okay, so let's give him a minute. Yep, regeneration and all that. He's already an expert. I don't know what the regeneration's for. I guess for this. So if we want to give him a few more seconds. He got some kind of, like, bubbles going on all around him. He's still not back. What has he got that's new, though, for us, okay? Infinity is still on offer. Yeah, I don't want it. A clock and a compass. You literally... If it weren't for the fact that you had feather falling, you would be the most useless hire in this entire place. You provide nothing of value. You think I'm going to trade emeralds for glass? You're crazy. Infinity? Yeah, one of those might be nice. I genuinely, I don't know why I keep you around. You offer me nothing. You offer me feather falling? I need that how many times exactly? Ugh, we'll just trade whatever we have left with this guy. We now have 31 emeralds. Did we come down here with any? We've got 19 in our box, or in our bundle. I want to get this guy leveled up. I want to see what else he offers, because that's a crazy deal on ender pearls. Are you kidding me? And look, we can level him up just by buying these. Give me one more. Yeah, let's see what you get after you level up, huh? What? Hold on a minute. No, I just stood up in my chair. I am now standing. You can't see me because we don't use a webcam here. But you're telling me I can buy a bottle of enchanting from you right now, my guy? How many levels does that net me? I mean, I'm already up like 38, so I have no idea. Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Uh-huh. Yeah, give me about 5 of them there, buckaroo. Let's see what we get here. Okay, there's not that much in there. At lower levels, it might be a bit more of a boon, but right now, it's not super useful. Still, though, the fact that we just come buy those! Let's go! He's a master now, so, you know, we're not getting anything new or fun from him. This guy... He might still surprise us. We might still get a couple extra sales from him that make it all worth it in the end. You know, we'll have to wait and see. But I think that just about does it for today's installment. I'm pretty pleased with how things have turned out. We no longer have to go manually. You know, we probably need to throw down lights over there. We'll deal with it later. We built bulbs, which are cool. We built this big automated machine contraption, which is cool. Is that our first bit of proper automation? Like, I mean, we built a cool farm at one point, that mob farm. But this is something that, why it is so dark in here, I guess it's fine. This is something that we don't even have to engage with. It just happens in the background. It's going to be a while before it happens again, mind you. But, you know, here we go. It's not going to be every 18 minutes, because we have to wait for at least one of them to grow twice. But periodically, you know, we'll come back down here. We'll check in on it, see how it's doing. I like the bulbs, too. It's a good use for copper, because otherwise copper has no use whatsoever, and it should never have been added to the game. It was an inept decision. I did not mean to do that. I'm trying to put like one more in. You know what, let's just take them all out. I want to say that we carry around some with us, but how many emeralds do we have total now? Got over a stack of emeralds. We're doing great. Till next time, till tomorrow. Thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.